Hello YouTube, this is Chasing the Wind, and this is another flight of the Tarantula X6. And I'm actually going to keep it right here local on this road so that you get some really good shots of it and kind of see how it flies close. I've got other videos where I fly it fairly far away, but I'll take this one right in this area just so that you can have good video of it flying. It's a great quadcopter, a lot of power, and I highly recommend it. Let's go for a flight. As you can see, it's very stable. That's it right there. But pretty much, you know, once you get it dialed in, it's very stable. I haven't flown this for a while, so I need to get used to the flight characteristics on it and the controller. So I'll bring it over here. It's doing pirouettes at high rate, not very fast. So pretty much that's it. Got a little wind pushing it back. It's doing funnels with it right there. I'll bring it back in. Wait, as soon as this car gets by. Pretty cool quadcopter. Again, I haven't flown this in quite a while, so I'm a little rusty at it. Another car. A little chase. Let's get a little altitude with it. As you can see, it gets altitude really quick. It's got very powerful motors for it. It'll easily carry the small cameras like a Mobius. Although it's not a really good camera platform because it's got a lot of vibration on it. Again, I usually fly this one sort of long distance out to 200 yards and beyond, just where I can barely see to keep it under control. And it's rated for out to 300 yards, and I believe it. I don't know if there's any YouTube videos of this thing flying really close. So I thought I'd make one for you to help see whether or not you wanted to purchase this if you were thinking about it. It's got fairly good yaw on it. So my last video I gave a shout out to Quadcopter 101, and I mentioned another channel and actually mentioned the wrong channel, and so I want to make a correction here. So the channel I should have mentioned was the Frequent Flyer, and what I was saying about the Frequent Flyer is he is just absolutely awesome. He's able to fly quadcopters in these narrow spaces, and he flies full on. He doesn't fly slow like this. He's flying full on in these narrow spaces, and he's just awesome. And I haven't seen anybody that can fly like he can with the precision that he can. And between the Frequent Flyer and Quadcopter 101, they got me really hooked into flying. About 4 months ago, and since then I come out every day and try to fly something just to practice my skills, so that hopefully someday I can get as good as they are. But it's a lot of fun. I've been bit by the bug, as Quadcopter 101 said, you know, on his channel. If you get started in this, you'll get bit by the bug, and I certainly got bit. And so I just love this hobby. I think it's great, and I hope you too get bit by this bug, because it's a lot of fun. But as you can see, you know, this quadcopter is meant to really fly long distances, and not this short stuff I'm doing, all these pirouettes and funnels, but it'll do it. But that's really for the smaller quadcopters to do what I'm doing here. This is just to get out on an open field somewhere and really take off and let it stretch its legs. And it does that very well. And one thing to remember when you do get this quadcopter, if you get it, is you need to break the motors in over a few flights very slowly, because they are brushed motors. And based on the size and the weight of this thing, if you don't do that, you'll end up burning your motors out in just a few short flights. So take the time to break them in, and it'll perform for you for a long time. If you do burn a motor out, they're only like $3. I just ordered some extras just to have them. So it's a fairly inexpensive quadcopter to do maintenance on. Alright, I'm going to bring it a little bit closer, kind of hover it. So here, look at that. It's kind of cool looking, isn't it? Sort of reminds me of a Klingon bird of prey. You can see how stable it is. It'll pretty much set wherever you put it. And it's got the power to get itself out of a bad situation if you need it. All right, you see those flashing lights? That's a low voltage warning coming on. It means the battery's spent. So it's time to bring it in. And you can see I don't use those ugly legs that come with it that stick it off the ground about 8 inches. I just landed on these motor protectors here, or the prop protectors. They act as landing legs. I think it makes it look a lot cooler. So I never did put those on. And also it performs better without them. So I hope that was enjoyable. I haven't really seen any videos of it just flying close. Usually they're out flying way far away, so I tried to keep it close so to help you make a decision whether or not this is something you wanted to purchase. I highly recommend it. It's a lot of fun, a good beginner platform, actually probably more of an intermediate to advanced intermediate, but it's stable enough for a beginner if you've had maybe a few days of flying